my name's Ashley Rice.
I'm Lowell Rice.
And welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay guys, we are going to be doing another review today. Yes, it is late. Yes, we are getting ready for bed, which is why we are going to be reviewing the Som-Sleep, the original Som-Sleep formula with 0 sugar. If you hear our cat meowing in the background, he's just sad because we're not paying attention to him right now. This is usually when we're starting to get ready for bed, and so he's just used to being the center of attention right now. So he's like, what's happening? I know, buddy. But so we thought we would get on the channel and share this with you. I know sometimes I have a really hard time falling asleep. I actually have a weighted blanket that does help a lot. If you ever want to see a review on that, let me know in the comments below and I would love to do a video on it, just talking about my experience. So I figured we'd get on my channel and review this for people who might have the same issue that I do, just so that you know if this is something that will actually work or not. Just so you know, my husband and I are both affected differently when it comes to caffeine, but also alcohol too.
So Ashley has a much higher tolerance than I do for most things.
I do. Yeah, so for instance, with caffeine, it really does nothing to me unless it's an extreme amount of caffeine, and then it boosts me a little bit, but that's kind of about it. And then I am a heavyweight, I think is what you call it, when it comes to alcohol. It takes a lot for me to get tipsy.
And for me, it's like 1 large drink or 2 normal sized drinks and I'm already tipsy.
Yep, and caffeine affects you pretty regularly.
Yeah.
Would you say more than the average person or roughly the same?
It's effective.
So I thought it'd be really helpful to see 2 very different people when it comes to things that really affect you.
2 different ends of the spectrum.
Exactly. It's also coming out a little bit later because I've been sick recently and I didn't want that to change how this drink would affect me.
And for reference, Ashley had mentioned she has trouble sleeping. I don't usually have trouble sleeping. Once I try to go to sleep, unless I've had caffeine, which as I've said is very effective for me.
Seriously.
Unless I've had caffeine, I can just be out in like 10 minutes or less.
It's true. Usually you say goodnight and then a couple minutes later I hear you like breathe, snoring is what I'm gonna call it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about this guy really quick. Basically, you're supposed to drink this 30 minutes before you go to sleep. It's best served chilled. It is sugar-free, drug-free, non-GMO, allergen-free, vegan, gluten-free, and dairy-free. Serving size is 1 can. That is 10 calories, 8 grams of carbs, which is 3% of your daily value. You're getting 0 sugars. You're getting 8 grams of
erythritol.
You're getting 2 milligrams of vitamin B6, which is 100% of your daily value. You're getting 40 grams of magnesium, which is 10% of your daily value. So I'm going to read the caution part just because I want to be safe. It says, caution, this product may cause drowsiness. Do not drive, operate machinery, or consume alcohol when using this product. Do not use if you are under the age of 18, are pregnant or nursing, or taking any medications. Consult with a physician prior to use. And it says recycling is cool, so please recycle.
I'm curious what all they have in there.
Yeah, go ahead.
Got water, erythritol, natural flavors, citric acid, magnesium citrate, monk fruit extract, stevia leaf extract, pyridoxine hydrochloride.
And we'll let you know if the stevia is extremely strong too, because I know a lot of people don't like stevia.
We all deserve a better night's sleep. Drink 1 can 30 minutes before bed. It's that simple. Rest easy knowing it's drug-free and non-habit forming. Nutritional support for biosynthesis with magnesium and vitamin B6. Helps promote relaxation with L-theanine and GABA. Helps maintain a normal sleep cycle with melatonin.
I have done melatonin pills in the past and they don't really do much for me. I know it works beautifully for other people and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who has difficulty sleeping. For me, it just for some reason doesn't work that well. We created Som-Sleep to solve our own sleeping problems, from trouble falling asleep to waking up during the night, which I do a lot, and to get an extra boost to help with sleep. Unfortunately, the product on the markets weren't doing the trick for us. We wanted a clean, drug-free solution that was as easy as popping open a can anytime we needed it. So we built it ourselves. We knew we were onto something when our friends and family, and even professional athletes, kept asking us for more before we even launched. This proved to us that we had to get Som-Sleep out there for everyone to experience. That makes me really excited because there are a lot of days that I wake up and I toss and turn a lot during my sleep. Like, I just don't get very good sleep, you guys, and it's been a reoccurring thing since like middle school. And I've tried lots of different things. I've tried essential oils. I have a weighted blanket, which has improved a lot. I've tried melatonin. I've tried watching my sugar intake as it got later into the day. I've tried watching what foods I eat as it gets later into the day. So I've tried a lot of different things. If you do know of something that's worked for you, I still would love to hear that in the comments below, just because there are, I'm sure, some things I have not tried.
They do clearly state on the science portion of their page that the statements involving everything have not been evaluated by the FDA. It's not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. If you are earnestly dealing with like medical insomnia, like seek real help for that. Don't necessarily just rely on a canned drink to help with that.
Yeah. Anyways, okay, should we try this guy? I think we should
Let's
try
give it
this
a
guy.
try.
Okay, here we go. It's very smooth, like water.
Yeah, I think it's pleasant.
It's still, yeah, pleasant, enjoyable, a little fruity.
It's a little bit smoother than water usually is, and I think that's because of the B vitamins. I think that usually helps with that.
You usually are a little bit more sensitive to the stevia flavor. Is that pretty strong?
A tiny bit of the stevia, but I'm getting a little more of the erythritol. Maybe I'm the only one who does this because I'm ridiculous about this sometimes. Like when you have a little tin of like Altoids or mints or something, and if you eat too many of them, there's that aftertaste that you start to get that's like kind of the back of your mouth, and that's what this reminds me of. So I think it's more the erythritol that I'm tasting than the stevia.
I just realized you also have to take into the fact that we're each only drinking half the can. We're not drinking the full can. I didn't think about that till now. Alrighty, so it is all finished. So I think that is it for tonight, you guys. We will see you tomorrow. Okay guys, we are back. It is the next day. It's roughly like 6:30, 7 o'clock at night. We had to run a few errands really quickly, and then we finally were able to record.
So we haven't talked to each other about what we've experienced with it, so this is going to be our first time hearing it from each other too.
Yep. Who wants to start?
I guess I'll start.
Okay.
Around that half an hour mark, they suggested I was feeling a little extra drowsy, which was bad because I had to like keep reading something on screen, and I was having a little bit of trouble with it.
You didn't have to keep on reading.
I mean, I wanted to keep on reading, and I was having a little trouble with it. Overall, I had a good night's sleep. Not too much different from what I'd expect from the amount of sleep that I got. I was relatively energized for the first part of my workday before my coffee. Yeah, I think that's about all of my thoughts on it.
Cool. I did not experience anything different falling asleep. I don't think I felt anything once the 30-minute mark was up. However, I kept waking up throughout the night because of a cough that I had. Eventually I had to take some medicine for that. I was trying not to take it because I didn't want that to affect anything. However, I did notice that the times that I woke up, I fell asleep a lot quicker, and like I felt a little bit drowsier during that time that I woke up, because usually what happens is I wake up and then I toss and turn for like a good 30 minutes and then maybe I fall back asleep. But last night I would wake up mostly due to my cough. Some of it was just like my body's used to waking up in the middle of the night for some reason. And within a few minutes I was like back to sleep. Like I felt so drowsy. I was like, I can't like do what I normally do during this time that I like usually wake up. Like I'm already like tired. I need to go back to bed. So that was actually really nice. It was a lot easier to go back to bed when I was waking up throughout the middle of the night. So that is something that I did notice. So I thought that was really cool, and I really did appreciate that. It did help me sleep better. And I noticed that before I took the medication for my cough and also afterwards as well. So the medication for my cough did not change any of that.
One funny thing that I'm going to say about Ashley from this morning is she doesn't know what I'm about to say either. Usually her alarm starts going off and she immediately like wakes up enough to like go slap it back to sleep. Her alarm started going off, and you know that like generic iPhone alarm sound that just goes. I'd say it got about 6 or 7 cycles in before you even responded, let alone got up and did anything to it.
Yeah.
So you were like, it took your alarm a little longer than usual this morning to get you to respond.
Interesting. Well, there you go. I would definitely say I think this drink definitely does work, especially if you drink the whole thing rather than just half of it, you know? Because I definitely felt a big difference last night. And I know the only thing that would have caused it was the drink. So it definitely, I think, works.
For me, it wasn't a drastic difference. Again, I don't usually have trouble falling asleep. I'd say it was decent. It wasn't anything bad for me in any way.
Yeah, no weird reactions to it for any reason. I know that's always a concern when it comes to some of these things. So I definitely think like it it would be helpful. So if you are someone who has a difficult time falling asleep, I would definitely recommend trying out this drink. Again, I think you should find the root of the problem and you should really go towards that. But as something to help you during this time, I think this drink is really great. Okay guys, that is all of our thoughts for today's video. I hope you really like this. Let me know your thoughts about this guy down below in the comments. Do you have trouble sleeping at all? Do you wake up in the middle of the night? Do you have any recommendations for people who have that problem? Because I am definitely that person and I would love to hear your recommendations down below in the comments. But other than that, if you're new to my channel, I would love if you would subscribe and click the little bell down below to receive notifications for my future videos. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you learned something new or if you really enjoyed it. And other than that, we'll see you guys next time. Bye! It's not your channel, Mama. Yeah.
He wishes it were.
Come here. Come here. Come here.
He really gets vocal right when you start recording, doesn't he?